Hello, welcome back to the nagios tutorial. First of first stuff at the agenda for this video is to install exim4, which sends essentially emails through the command line. That's one, and two, so that we would install nagios. So by the end of this video, you should be able to see the nagios dashboard in your server. So let's begin. So let's open up the server at that that command. So now we're in. So first we'll install uh, exim4. So I just dumped a bunch of commands here, and we will discuss one by one with what those command does. So sudo upget updates update system and upgrade upgrade. Then yeah, this is essentially the commands, so you could update the links to the repository. So yeah, let's do it. So it's gonna take a while, and let's just wait a few more seconds for it to install. Yes, you can see there's a lot of dependencies being prepared. So yeah. So Nagios, okay, so I think Nagios is a very great tool that we would see later, that we could actually monitor services through a dashboard. We could comment to the servers, we could introduce a lot of stuff. It's really powerful. So now let's go on and install exim4. So sudo apt-get install exim4. And now we will reconfigure exim4 so that it would fit our purpose of just sending emails. So yeah, I'll show you the command I put in earlier, but that command yielded this. Uh, so what we would choose is internet site mail is sent receive via SMTP. So okay, then yeah, I think the system mail name is okay. Then okay, then you could change it if you want, so it would be more presentable. But this is just the purpose of demo. So domain name to relay from, we don't have any domain names because this is just a demo. So yeah, so just empty that, and yeah, press enter. Mbox format, no, just press enter several times, and restarting the mail server. Okay. So the command I entered is, wait, this one, sudo configure exim4 config. So I just configured exim4 for the first time. So now let's send a mail. So I will send a mail to myself. So my email is rafael@gmail.com. Triple arrow sign, then test message body. So it sends an email. So let's check if it actually sends an email. So here's a tab and mail. So there, it sends an email. And if you don't see it in your inbox, it's usually on spam. So you could look at spam. So more than spam. Then yeah, then you would see there. Then later, when we set up our services, you would see something like this, something a nagios alert. So we would do that, but later. All right. So next step is to install nagios. So we'll just dive into it and install nagios. So it's gonna take a while, but yeah. So first up, we add a user called nagios. So yeah. Then we add a group of users called nagios and nagcmd. Then sudo user mod -a -e nagcmd. So essentially, we're adding the user nagios to the group nagcmd. Okay. Then I'll just dump a couple of code here, so it's just essentially installing the dependencies of nagios. So yeah, the essential, OpenSSL, LibSSL, and a lot of stuff. So yes, we shall wait a couple of seconds. Okay, so the nagios is installed. So next is we go to the directory of the root directory. Just to make sure, and we should download the repository of nagios via curl. So yeah, it's just a quick download of 10.6 MB. Should be done in a while. There. Then let's unpack that tar that we downloaded. A tar like a .zip, but yeah, it's a .tar. It's a compressed kind of a folder um, for Mac or for Linux systems. So here we untar that, we extract the contents. And there are a lot of contents already, and yeah, then we go to that folder. So wait, we check first our directory and see there's a folder called nagios 4.1.1, and we should get into that folder right now, and let us configure nagios. So we should open up a script there with the parameters below. So it's basically configuring nagios for installation. So the next is make all, essentially just installing nagios. Well, preparing it for installation. Yeah, debugging, checking it. Yeah. Okay, so the last command was make all. So our next command is sudo make install. Okay, that was fast. So the next is sudo make install command. Okay, so sudo make install init. So this is just installing individual modules. I install config. Then change the permissions of the Apache uh, of the nagios configuration file in Apache. There. And then let's add the user www-data to the nagcmd user. Okay, so yeah, now that we have nagios, so nagios-v. Oh, it's my mistake. Oh, which nagios? Oh, anyway, then the next thing we have to do so we could prepare it more is install the plugins. The plugins essentially uh, are the, are the pieces of code that you would use in order to monitor the actual service and services. So you can't skip this part. They in Nagios 4, they separated Nagios plugins and Nagios core for you to be able to know that to be for there to be a clear segmentation. So let's see. So let's go to the root directory and let's download Nagios plugins. So yeah, and then let's untar it as usual. Untar the plugin there. Then let's go to that directory. Then you configure. Then you open. Then you open a script in there. Then it's checking the code actually for errors. It's going to take a while. So I guess while it's loading, I could there. So the next is make. Okay, there it's making a script. Um, Actually compiling the script, so it could be installed because what we have is just the script. So you have to compile it to create and install it. So the next is sudo make install. Okay, so now we install nrpe. nrpe. So what is nrpe? Well, nrpe is just one of those plugins. One of the things that you need to install for Nagios. So let's begin. So Nagios. So we go to the root directory and we download nrpe. So download nrpe. Okay, so now it's done. So NRPE is Nagios remote plugin executor. So essentially executing the plugins to monitor local resources on the remote, like you want to monitor MySQL. So this is an essential part if you want to make your plugins usable. So yeah, you must extract that tar. So cannot open. So I guess you have to download the repo again. How do I do that? There. Okay, so I guess I will have to do it manually. exim4 nrpe. Yeah, there. Then nrpe. We go to the directory and we configure the actually executing a script called configure. So let me just backtrack here and add the top to the beginning of this line so we could uh, execute. So that okay. So it's now compiling, checking, then make all. So compile, so we could compile. Then you guessed it, sudo make install. Then we install a few more sudo xnetd. Then we install daemon config. And the dependencies again of nagios. Then we sudo to this file called nrpe. So there we should change only from should change only from to your service public IP. So in the case of, for instance, you're using uh, another server to monitor this computer, you should put that the IP of the server here. So yeah, so we insert our IP. Our IP is 54.169.209.17, and we should save that WQ and enter. Then a few more before we could actually see the nagios dashboard. So next we should restart the nx the zinetb command, the zinetb service. So restart. Okay. So then we configure nagios, the configuration file. You open the configuration file via V, and we look for the line cfg underscore dir servers. So we should process the configuration file of a server. So edit that, then uncomment this, then save the file, and let's enter. Then let's create an entire directory for the nagios servers, the one that we just uncommented in the previous few seconds ago. So we created, then we should open the nagios configuration file there, and we should replace email with our own email. So this is so what does this do? So when you open nagios later, it would ask you for an email. So it would be preferred that you put your own email here so that you would be able to easily open the nagios dashboard. So that's the purpose of this command. So let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Then let's configure nrpe. So let's open up the commands configuration. So as you can see, there are a lot of configurations, and you must be very organized because this can get really large really quick. So we should add a command that checks the nrpe. Okay, so should copy paste our code there. So let me just check this. So okay, so let's fix this by putting define command. Define command and check. Okay. Then we've destroyed the part of the comment here. So add the comment in. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. Save the file. And now for the final, one of the final steps, let's configure Apache. So let's read the Apache modules using this. Rewrite. So okay. Then you configure the CGI. Then let's use the ht password command to create, so you could gain access to the nagios web interface. So at this point, we already have the nagios interface, but we can't access it. So let's create a user in ht password. So you would see later why we would need this, as we would show it, as we would demo it. So the new password I would put is jambi, and we type password jambi. Okay. So okay. Then the sim link, then we should add a sim link to that, to the nagios conf file. And let's restart services. Let's just start Nagios and Apache. Nagios start restart. So restart. Okay, then restart Apache. Okay, starting Apache, and let's make sure that Nagios starts on boot. If we reboot the server, Nagios won't be turned on automatically, so we want that to be turned on. So let's put in this command and let's enter. Okay, so now we should get our uh, Nagios um, dashboard. So for us to get that, we will open our browser and then type in the IP address of the server 54.169.209.17 slash nagios admin. So let's see. Okay. So it must be a wrong link. So okay. So slash nagios. Okay. So the username is nagios admin as we saw earlier. We added a user called nagios admin in our HT password file, and the password is jambi, jambi, JMBY, and login. Okay. So now we could see the nagios dashboard. So hooray! So let's remove this, and here at the hosts we could see what we're monitoring. It's actually monitoring itself right now, so it's up and it's ping okay, and the name is a local host because you're monitoring yourself, and you want to monitor this. You want to see what services are monitored. It's monitoring HTTP. It's monitoring SSH. The moment monitoring current loads, and you could uh, add services, but that would be a subject of a later tutorial. So now that we got Nagios up and running, I hope that you were able to run it in your own machines at home. So stay cool.